In this demonstration, we're going to take an image and turn it into an animated GIF. We will begin by using the Magic Wand tool, or Quick Select tool, and selecting some shapes. I'm selecting several of the circles. You may notice with complex elements that you cannot select everything at once, and you may have some leftover pixels. To correct this, hit the Alt Option button and click again and again over the areas where you see it highlighted. You'll see then those areas disappear into the whole selection. Once selected, hit Command C and then Command V to copy and paste. This will create new layers of the same elements above the background layer. Turn off the layers to the newly copied elements. Now use the Marquee tool. I'm using a circle shape for this to select areas that we had selected for copying. Once scaled correctly and placed, hit Command X to cut the selected areas. Notice then a gray mesh appears. Now create a new layer, rename the background, and place this new layer below the background. In order to make this appear uniformly white again, select the Bucket tool, select white from your black-white palette, select the very bottom layer underneath the original background layer, and click to employ the white to fill the space. Turn back on the upper layers. Under Windows, find and select Timeline. A new box will appear. Inside this box, you'll see Create a Timeline. Select instead Create an Animation. A small narrow box will appear. This is your animation timeline. You'll see that the first image in the timeline is your present image seen above. On the lower right hand side of this long bar, there is a button to create a new layer. Click on that and you'll see a copy of the original image. This is where you begin to make changes to the image. I'm going to change the opacity of one of the elements to create the illusion of it disappearing. To make this happen, select the layer you wish to make disappear, change its opacity down maybe to about 85-75%. Once this is done, click to create a new layer, change the opacity again, lowering it, click to create another layer, lower the opacity, and so on until the element has disappeared. Select the very first frame, hit play or the space bar to see the progression of the animation. In order to make the element reappear, click one of the frames at the far end, hit the select button, and then click the frame to the other end. This will select all of the frames. Then click the new layer button. This will create that sequence again. Now reorder the sequence so instead of disappearing, the element appears with the return of its opacity. Now let's create a new layer or frame and manipulate another element. I'll select the layer containing the small red circle and I'll move it. Then I'll create a new layer or frame. I'll move the small red circle again. Again, create a new layer or frame. Move the circle, and so on. I'm going to take the movement all the way to the edge and then bounce the circle back to its original position. When creating a GIF, it is good to create an animated loop where the image starts in one place and then returns to that same place. You may hit play to review the animation. We should change this From playing our animation once to playing the animation as a loop forever. You can do this by clicking here and selecting forever. You should also check to make sure that your frame rate is set to a frame rate that allows for clear animation. If you are at 0.5, lower it to no delay. This will increase the speed. Again, you can hit play to review your changes. This will be good, as it will create a continual loop when we save it as a GIF. Otherwise, it will only play once. Under Image, select Image Size to resize the total document. Between a size of 10 to 8 inches, select and change the pixels per inch to 72 pixels per inch. This will allow for smoother animation. Now let's save this. Under File, select Save to Web. You will find a new box appears. Here we will save the document as a GIF. Be sure that is selected. After this is saved, save also the document as a Photoshop document in case you need to revisit what you've done. Be sure that you have saved all materials from the computer before logging out.